In this episode, I try my hand at eating some exotic fruits, go to a monkey zoo and watch monkeys playing with themselves? Okay. Cool down and visit some epic waterfalls and sit in a bird's nest. Hey, I'm Andy and welcome to episode 2 of my Bali travel series. If you missed the first one, I explore Kuta and Canggu, from attempting Muay Thai in the Balinese heat, nearly getting scammed into buying a property, visiting the famous temple Tanah Lot, drinking coffee made from this animal's poo. Yes, I said that correctly, the poo from this animal. Yeah. And partied the night away at Finn's Beach Club. I'll leave a card above if you want to check it out. Now in episode 2, I arrive in Ubud. I was so looking forward to this destination for its culture and its spirituality. I arrived at my accommodation, which felt like a mini temple, and headed out. And I was amazed seeing on the floor all of these parcel looking things. They're actually called offerings, which can consist of rice, flowers, incense, sweets, fruits and spices, and they are literally everywhere. The locals offer them to the gods as a gesture of gratitude. What amazes me though is that they literally put them everywhere. I'm talking on the pavement, in the road, outside their doorways. Literally, it's so hard to not step on them that they don't want you to step on them. It's crazy. However, if you do, it's fine. Don't worry about it. Just, leave it to the side and just leave it be. Just try not to do it in the future. I then had a really cheap and filling lunch and then decided to take in some countryside and walk along the Kampuhan Ridge Walk, I think. It's a popular tourist trek to do in Ubud. It's a great way to just go for a stroll and just take in the views. It's not really that long of a route though, however. There and back you're looking at around about 3 miles. Google says the best time to go is sunrise or sunset, but you could just go at any time of the day really. Just not sunset like me. Left it way too late to use the drone and then nearly lost it as it turned dark just so quickly. Oh, and also don't forget to bring some mosquito spray as there was quite a few as it's pretty much in the jungle. But yeah, really nice just to have a walk with greenery around you after being in towny places like Kuta and Canggu. Later on that night, my mate brought me around some Asian fruit to try. She absolutely loves durian, so I tried that first. Oh, and also apologies for the unflattering half nakedness. It was so hot, and also my mate just didn't tell me how much of a twat I looked.
See, it's not that bad.
It's not as bad as I remember it. Is this still the same one where it's like that big
The spiky, yeah. See? It's good. It's tasty.
I don't know about tasty. I wouldn't really run out to the shop and go and buy some. Now, if you've never tried it before, just don't, because it's literally banned in most places in Asia. Because of its horrific, just ghastly stench it has, like literally it reeks. I've tried it before, like years ago, wasn't a fan. Tried it again here and it was completely different. There was no smell, tasted different. So yeah, I don't know, maybe all durians aren't the same. Who knows? What is this first?
It's mangosteen.
Mangosteen?
Yeah. Yeah, now open it. Yeah, like that. The white bit has a seed in it though, so it's little segments.
It's very juicy.
Yeah.
It's like a apple? Kind of, would you say?
No.
No?
You say kind of sweet.
Right, next on the fruit bonanza. What is this?
It's snakeskin fruit.
It's very tough.
But it's juicy.
You eat the outside?
Yeah.
Just go straight in?
Yep, there's a seed inside though.
This is juicy?
Yeah, just bite into it. What does it taste like? Maybe I didn't get the juicy ones.
This is not juicy, it's the juice. It tastes like a blandless, like, pear, like on the outside. The skin or something. Yeah, it really wasn't juicy. Anyway, to wash all of that down, we both shared a good old pizza and then I hit the hay. The next morning my mate joined me for breakfast, and at my Airbnb they provided us breakfast, which was just really nice of them and was just really relaxing having it in front of these views. Here she is again, driving away from me as I try to catch up with her. Bloody women. Where is she going? Come back! Alright, you've had your fun. Are you actually going to drive?
No.
Yeah, let's just wait. We'll wait for you to drive later.
Okay.
So after breakfast we drove to a monkey sanctuary. Now there are two in the local area. There's a monkey forest and there's a monkey sanctuary. I chose the sanctuary as it was the most popular one. It's got tens of thousands of near enough 5-star reviews on Google, and it was the closest one. Once we arrived, we was met with some guidelines on things to remember, because you got to remember you're literally walking into the monkey's home and they're free and wild. So things like don't panic, walk away slowly, no screaming, don't look the monkeys in the eye, don't hide food, and don't bring valuables. Kind of standard stuff really, because they will literally try and grab anything, as we found out as soon as we walked in. Some lovely monkeys just casually sitting on the steps. Woman walks up and a monkey jumps on her. I think he was trying to get into her open tote bag, but instead of her moving away, she just stood in one spot. So yeah, just watch out for this sort of thing. Next up was this charming monkey relaxing on a branch and just, showing us his goods. Because, why not? He decided to pick at it and then eat it. Because you never know when your next snack is, I guess.
What did he do?
It's like around his arse and he's just eating it. Talking of snacks, this little mischievous monkey saw a banana in a baby's pram and just decided to help himself. There's a few different routes to take to explore this sanctuary, where sometimes you'll find the path blocked by a monkey or 3. But just remember, walk slowly and carefully and you should be fine, because really all they're really interested in is just relaxing and being monkeys and picking at each other. Standard monkey things. I do recommend going though, it's fun and it will only take up to a couple of hours or so. Next up, we drove to our next destination, which was visiting some waterfalls. We stopped off for a quick lunch, then made it to Tagangan Waterfalls, I think. Now there's tons of waterfalls to visit in Ubud, but this one I wanted to visit because you get to swim in the water actually around the waterfall itself. It's situated amongst a forest environment with lovely greenery all around and a slow stream of water. And once you make your way down, to get access to the waterfall itself, you have to, very carefully, cross the man-made bamboo bridges where there is a small bit of rocky land meeting you. When I went there was a moderate amount of people here, so as it's popular, I guess it depends what time of the day to come here if you want to be, more alone, but it wasn't too bad in the early afternoon. Here you can change into your swimming gear and dive in. The water is really refreshing here to just cool off from the hot weather and provide some great pictures too. You can't go right up to the waterfall and swim underneath it, so to speak, as a rope is cornering it off. I suppose the force of the water coming down is just too strong, but nonetheless it's still great to just swim around it. You do have the option to climb to the top of the waterfall, where there is also a rope swing. However, you have to pay to access it, which I thought was a bit ridiculous, as you've already paid to visit the waterfall anyway, so I didn't bother and just stayed down below. There is also a pretty cool day club here called Omar Day Club Bali, where there's sunbeds and a pool, just partying away in a forest environment. I had other plans, so decided not to visit, but I really do recommend coming here. Waterfalls are a popular tourist attraction in Ubud, and this one has to be on that list. And there's also great opportunities that you can take for the gram. After I jumped back on the bike and made it to our next location, another waterfall called Suat Waterfall. Nowhere near as big as the previous one, you're still surrounded amongst a forest environment, so for this one I advise bringing mosquito spray as it's a bit more enclosed. However, it's a lot more secluded and really calming here. When I turned up, there was maybe 1 or 2 people here, so it's nowhere near as well known as the previous one, so you may even get the whole place to yourself. You still have the option to swim in the water surrounding the waterfall. Again, really refreshing here, and you get to swim right underneath the waterfall if you wish to do so. Some nice rock formations here, again, for taking pictures for the gram. But again, I recommend coming here too, especially for just pretty much having a waterfall all to yourself. And there's no entry fee either. So for that reason, it's gotta be on your list. And then that evening, I just enjoyed some good old night market food, which was just so cheap and tasty. And that's the end of part 1 in Ubud. Next I go trekking up a live volcano in the dark, something I've always wanted to do, so what could possibly go wrong? Anyway, thanks so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!